Maybe I should take their advice, go get a life, or maybe get a job or something. Pack it up and head back home, tell everybody I was bluffing. Or maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Yeah. Maybe all my exes just drinking themselves crazy tonight. Maybe I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of mine, you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like.
Northern 10 hoops to start your Saturday afternoon. It's the defending Division III Shelby District runner-up Upper Sandusky Rams taking on the surprising young 4-0 Wynford Lady Royals squad in a battle of two of the young and up-and-coming bright point guards in the league. Caroline Sheldon, the freshman from Wynford, going up against Grace Walton from Upper Sandusky. We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, with pregame coming your way next.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We welcome you inside the First Federal Community Bank pregame show for this Northern 10 matchup between 4-0, 1-0 Wynford and 2-2, 0-1 Upper Sandusky. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski and Ski. We've got quite the matchup today. A young Wynford squad, mostly freshmen, 4-0, 1-0 in conference, going up against one of the best guards in the conference, Grace Walton and Upper Sandusky.
Well, I don't think there's a debate. I think Grace is the best guard in the Northern 10, but she's got some competition with Caroline Sheldon, just a freshman, 4 games into her career, putting up ridiculous numbers so far, as are a lot of the diaper dandies right now for the Lady Royals. So this is a roster predominantly made up of 9th graders. It's amazing that they've been able to come out of the gates, take some pressure, already 2-0 on the road, looking to remain undefeated, going for 3 straight away from the friendly confines here this morning.
Let's take a look at the team spotlight for those Lady Royals under head coach Amy Taylor Sheldon. And we talked about those freshmen, 2 of them starting, 1 off the bench, averaging 31 points per game. That is unheard of in these times, averaging this season offensively 47 points per game, defensively only giving up 38. They shot 50% from the field in their win against Buckeye Central.
0-2 versus Upper last year though, but 3-2 versus them in their last 5. So they've been playing really well out of the gates, and I think what a confidence boost that has to be for a lot of these 14 and 15-year-olds getting their first taste of the high school experience and then playing some big-time games. A couple of them, like I said, already away from Wynford and coming away victorious 2-0 and trying to keep the undefeated streak rolling.
And one of those fantastic freshmen this year, Brooke Frombaugh, the center, freshman center, last game against Buckeye Central. Only a ho-hum double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds, and she added 2 steals. So it's not just Caroline Sheldon that's putting up numbers, it's Brooke Frombaugh as well for the Lady Royals.
She's averaging nearly a double-double right now. Second leading scorer on the team at 10.5 points, shooting 60% from the floor. So not your standard freshman numbers to come out and start your varsity career.
And now let's take a look at the home squad on the scoreboard. The Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky under head coach Jerry Vent. Their losses, Colonel Crawford, who pulled off a nice win against Buckeye Central today. They remain unbeaten. 3 unbeatens in the conference at the top so far this year. Their losses to Colonel Crawford by 11, and then a Shelby team that's got a really good defense. They lost 44-20. They're averaging 37 points per game, defensively 40 points per game. However, only 2 players have reached double figures in a game this season. Grace Walton, we expect 3 out of 4 games. The 4th game, she was held scoreless. And then Addie Newman opening night, 10 points. So that's something that they're going to have to look for tonight, Brian, or today, is some balance.
And no Addie Newman this afternoon for the Lady Rams. We'll see how big of an impact that makes for them, but What you gotta like about the Lady Rams, though, away from home so far this season, 2 games, putting up 23.5 points when they play here in the friendly confines of the Mountaintop, averaging more than 50. Travis, and Grace Walton has been next level, unbelievably good, putting up 25.5 points per game here on her home floor. So it's a little bit of home cooking for them, and it tastes real good for Miss Walton.
Taking a look at her stats, she's hit 15 threes this season. She's averaging 16 points per game, and that is with a 0-point performance against Shelby. So the 3 other games, she's averaging over 20 points. However, she's only 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Their last game that they played, she went 4 of 8 from the line. So that's something that you might want to see her do today or moving forward. Maybe get to the line, drive it a little bit more, but you know, she is that outside 3-point threat for Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, Grace is averaging on the season 57% shooting from long range.
Is that good? A little bit good, right?
Far and away the best in the league right now, and I mean, that's better than NBA players shoot, top range college kids. So Grace Walton, she's off to an unbelievable start in terms of her shooting ability, and I really love that she's been a great ball handler the last couple of years, but she's even taken that to a new level.
Let's head down to the floor for the anthem. Getting ready for tip-off here this afternoon. And now let's take a look at our keys to victory today, Brian. First for the Lady Royals, and my key, play fresh. These freshmen, keep playing your game because it's been going pretty darn well, averaging only over 30 points per game. They can keep that up, they'll be fine. And then yours, Brian, easy money.
That's right. If you're going to have a bunch of freshmen out there playing, got to capitalize on the easy ones. When you get a shot attempt that you should make at least 60% of the time, got to cash those in. Anything in the painted area, if there's very little resistance, make it happen. Take the easy money.
And now for the keys for the Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky. My key, the paint game. And what I mean by that, you have Grace Walton. She will hit her threes, but get her open looks, and that is by establishing a game inside the paint. Get some shots up, get some buckets there. It will open up that 3-point shot in. Kind of goes with yours, Brian, saving Grace.
Well, the beauty of having the best player in the league at the point guard position is she's going to touch the rock a bunch, and she's a dynamite decision maker. She doesn't need any help. She can go out there, she can cook with the salt, she can get her own shot anytime that she pleases, and definitely is a great distributor ball handler, so she could be your saving grace if she has another big performance here at home. Put up 25 in her first on opening night, 26 the next night. So if she just sticks to her season average, might just be climbing the charts again, maybe 27 here this afternoon.
And finally, your starting lineups brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. Madison Hart will be replacing Addie Newman, who will not be playing today. But then you have Walton, Morris, Finscully, Ham, and then on the other side, Sheldon, Whitmire, Engler, Frombaugh, and Caldwell, as we are underway here on a Saturday afternoon. Lady Rams win the tip. There is Grace Walton. Over to Ellie Ham as she drives it in. She walks. Travel, first turnover of the game, and Wynford now will get its first possession.
And that's what you miss out on a little bit when you've got your second leading scorer in Addie Newman in street clothes here today. She hasn't shot it well so far, up to her standards so far, through the first 4 games of the season, but missing her dynamic shooting and ability to make plays could be a big gap here for the Lady Rams.
Whitmire trapped underneath, gets it off to Sheldon. There is the freshman, her first touch of the game. Moves it away to the guard Engler. Back to Sheldon, about 4 feet behind the arc.
And she shoots it great from long range too so far. I think she's over 40%.
Ball deflected, turned over, so both possessions to start end in turnovers. Walton. That's over to Finn Scully. See if Upper Sandusky can get some ball movement inside. They do. Back outside. Ellie Ham for 2 off the front iron, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Upper Sandusky. Minute 15 in.
So both teams, feels like that filling out process is going on right now. Just dipping their toe in the water and seeing how both defenses are going to react.
Ball fake to Walton. Kick back out front to Hope Morris. Left side 3's in. Madison Hart off the bench to start today. Hits a 3, it's 3-0.
Anytime you can get production like that from one of your role players, awesome, especially here at home, to get that confidence meter boosted here early in the contest.
Sheldon, 3-pointer from about 2 feet behind the arc, won't go. Rebound out to Upper Sandusky. Walton, Euro steps, gets it back out, skip pass to Finn Scully. There's a handoff to Walton.
Point of emphasis clearly from Coach Sheldon here to make sure that Grace doesn't beat you off the bounce.
And it turns into a turnover. A lot of trapping going on here. So we'll take a look at the first 3-pointer of the game, brought to you by Avita Home Health and Hospice.
And she really had to crank that one, didn't she? Lined it up on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes. Wish I could still crank him up like that, but I throw air balls up. That runner won't go. And Upper with its second rebound of the game. Back at them comes Hope Morris. Both teams running a trapping defense to start. Nice backdoor to Walton. She'll back it out, though.
But you can definitely tell they're shading that defense to Grace anytime she handles the basketball. And nice block shot inside for the freshman.
Yeah, Frombaugh with her first block of the game, using that height to her advantage, but tips it out. It'll stay with Upper Sandusky. Thread the needle there from Walton, up and under. Instead passes it back out front. Finn Scully. And we will get a timeout by head coach Jerry Vent with 5:11 left. It's 3-0. So like you said, Brian, these two teams, feeling each other out right now. Both teams going with the trapping defense as well, and it's caused 3 turnovers here in the first few minutes.
For Upper Sandusky, they've got a new starter into the lineup, trying to make things tough on her. You know that Walton, she can handle her own. But I like the pressure being caused here by Wynford, and when you're a young team, sometimes it's better to just get out there and then throw all your energy at them. Don't think too much about it, especially on the defensive end. Empty the tank. And then on the other side for Upper, a couple freshmen out there at the point guard position especially, so makes a lot of sense to try to speed her up.
This is the first big test for Wynford as Upper Sandusky turns it over for the 3rd time, but wins over East Knox and Centerburg. Then they knocked off Buckeye Central and Riverdale. So
that was a big one, the Buckeye Central win. And BC went down today in a tough game against Colonel Crawford at their place.
We're going to call that a pass. I think it got tipped. Layup shot won't go. Offensive rebound, though.
I think that's pretty generous to call that a pass.
Whitmire over to Engler. Top of the key, gets it over to Sheldon. Quick release 3. Yes!
Wow, that was catch and release like she's out on the fishing boat, man. That was quick.
Looking like Dad out there when he played at Wynford. That's knocked out of bounds. Let's take a look at the replay. Just catch, set up, release, buckets. Tie game at 3.
Did I mention she's a pretty good knockdown shooter? 47% so far on the season from long range. For a 9th grader, Caroline Sheldon, though, of course, when your parents are who they are, you've grown up in a gym. All you've really known is the round ball. So it makes plenty of sense so far that Caroline's off to this great start.
And this was a team in middle school that went undefeated. Layup won't go. Rebound out to Frombaugh. Quickly ahead. Whitmire counted and one. Zoe Whitmire on the long pass out.
And that's the easy money I'm talking about. Get out and run. Make sure that you capitalize on those type of opportunities. Grabbing a receipt right there for 2. Looking to get some spare change back.
Wynford up 5-3. Make it 6-3. Maggie Ridge getting her first minutes of the game. She comes in for the Lady Royals. Gives Whitmire a breather. 3-quarter court press here. Back into the half-court trap for Wynford. Easily broken by Upper. But an unforced error. Saved, though. Working it around to Walton. I was about to say Walton yet to take a shot today. She just did. Too strong.
Yeah, kind of her spidey senses were tingling a little bit there, feeling the same thing you did. Like, I better get myself involved offensively here. We're sitting on just 3.
Engler gets it inside the Frombaugh. That'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Lady Royals with 3:37 left here in the opening quarter.
And we've seen Upper get off to some slow starts already this season. Certainly was the case on the road when they took on Shelby, and they were held to just 20 points. Same for the game at Crawford, and here at home against Willard, I think they had just 2 points through 7 minutes of action. So this is something that Lady Rams need to correct.
Yeah, it's that balance that they need, especially with adding Newman out of the game for today. This is a good opportunity then to find a bit of an offensive mentality as well. Maybe somebody else will step in as that shot all but down, rebounded out to the Lady Rams. Left side 3, yes.
Big shot right there.
Kenna Caldwell hits, it's 6-6.
Yeah, that's a crucial one. Ties up the ball game, and the momentum certainly didn't feel like it was flowing in Wynford's favor, but you weren't doing much offensively.
Sheldon shot off the front of the rim, but Frombaugh gets the rebound. We'll get a foul underneath with 3:06 left in the first quarter.
Upper Sandusky, number 4, Grace Walton.
And Brooke definitely, she doesn't look like a freshman. I got to see this pack of, what do they got? 8 freshmen on the varsity lineup. They walked by us earlier. Most of them kind of look like they're brand new to high school. Brooke's not one of them.
And it showed on the court as well. Double-double against Buckeye Central the last time out. Helped them with that victory. Into the lane, layup won't go. Walton gets the rebound, and out goes Upper Sandusky in a 6-6 game. Nice pass inside, ball fake, puts it up, won't go. If she would have taken it up immediately, she probably would have had the bucket. Sheldon will reset the offense. Looking for a screen. Gets it right side, give and go. Too strong, turned over.
Yeah, that's a tough pass inside. Lady Rams did a nice job, backside defense, coming over, swatting it away, and to create the chaos.
Ball nearly knocked out of bounds, saved though by Madison Hart. Finn Scully gets it into the corner, 3 in the air. Nothing but nylon. Bryn Cundiff off the bench hits one.
And all the Lady Rams points right now coming from downtown. They like the view, 3 of them so far.
And that's Upper Sandusky basketball on both sides. Chucking it up from beyond the arc. That goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Wynford as we take a look at the 3 from the corner. And you just can't leave these Lady Rams that open from beyond the line.
Yeah, this is a 3-and-D kind of squad. That they really like the downtown view, like I mentioned, and if you got them spread out and that's what the defense is giving you, pop the trigger on a few of them, been successful.
Frombaugh can't get the layup to fall. Ball's bouncing around, finally taken out by Grace Walton.
Grace is an all-around player, even though she's listed at just 5'2", and she said that's her true size. She was 5'3" last year on the roster sheet. She does a decent job of rebounding as well.
Cundiff just hit the three, looking for a screen. Into the corner, and Fox back out to her. Thought about the three, instead she'll hand it off to Finn Scully. Now to Walton. 1:15 left opening quarter, 9-6 Upper on 3 threes. Flare screen, had the right idea but threw it away.
Caroline Sheldon.
The 4th turnover on Upper as just a bit off on that backdoor cut.
Replace Angler.
Which parent does she look more like to you?
I don't know.
One of those pure combos?
I think so. Let's say a mixture of the best traits from both parents.
That's what they say. That's what's supposed to happen.
Whitmire gets it stripped. 3rd turnover for the Lady Royals. Back comes at Grace Walton. But an offensive foul. Take a look at that replay.
Fouls on Upper Sandusky's number 4, Grace Walton. Madison Hart enters the game.
Ah.
Replacing Walton.
Don't love it.
And what's even worse is that's her 2nd foul.
Yeah, that's a game changer right there. It's going to put the best player in the game over on the sideline. Didn't look from our angle like she extended the arm too much.
Just a little bit of a nudge. Sheldon gets it off right side. 3 is true. Whitmire with her 6th point. We're tied at 9. 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Confident stroke right there. Didn't think too much of it. Just put it up. Nothing but net.
Hart hands it off to Cundiff. Trying to clear out the lane. Over to Fox. She'll try a 3. Just off, but an offensive board. Hit the bottom of the rim, though. And Hart will get fouled. Tough situation as Hart had an easy look underneath the bucket, but was too far under.
Grace Walton re-enters the lineup, replacing.
And I think this is a wise move by Coach Vent. Get Grace back out here, just 13 seconds. Not a big risk with the basketball of picking up a 3rd foul.
Grace will look to inbound. Up to Cundiff, hand off to her. 10 seconds. Cundiff again. Gets it inside to Fox, back out to Cundiff. Left side, now inside, looking to give and go, and nothing doing there. Good defense by Wynford to end quarter number 1. We've got a 9-9 score. We'll be back after the break. You're watching High School Hoops on a Saturday afternoon. Second quarter underway here from Upper Sandusky. 9-9 the score. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skowronski, and it's been the 3-ball. That's been the story so far. As Upper, as I say that, goes for the layup and misses. They get the offensive rebound, though. However, they turn it over. Turnovers and threes. That was the first quarter.
I mean, the season of giving is upon us. Both teams willing to just hand it over a few times here in the first quarter of action. And Upper Sandusky continuing that trade here to open up quarter 2.
Angler Works it around the Frombaugh. Nice Henry pass. Layup won't go, but it will get a foul and 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you love the dish from the high post here. That's not a place where Frombaugh does any of her offensive damage typically. Shooting 60% though so far through 4 games, and a lot of that damage coming in the paint, so excellent look inside to hook up here.
And that was a nice seal by Whitmire as well to open up that pass. Had the defender above her, caught it below, went up, got fouled. Wynford back on top. Got them both. 3 for 3 from the line so far today. 8 points, the lead all scores. 3-quarter court press once again for the Lady Royals. Walton loses the handle but gets across the timeline. Triple team, works out of it. Gets it right side. Finn Scully fakes the 3. Deflected, so she gets her dribble back.
Excellent job of recovering that time for Wynford. You do triple team Grace like you mentioned, and then no shot comes out of it. As a matter of fact, now you get a tie-up.
And that's not a spot that I don't think you want to see Madison Hart where they were playing off of her to get her to drive into the lane. She did, lost the handle. So not one of the better ball handlers on Upper Sandusky. Wynford got her into a tough position, gets the turnover. Engler across the timeline, fakes it right, gets it into the corner. Sheldon's 3 off the mark.
And she wastes no time. That's obviously something that she's been able to develop many, many years in the gym, coming up countless hours. I mean, she's got one of the quickest releases that I've seen so far in girls basketball this season.
Quick hands, too. Nearly got the steal right there. And she's not afraid to shoot it, too. Shoot or shoot. And I like that mentality from a freshman. Tough layup goes. Engler on the board for the first time today. 13-9, Wynford. Hart picks up her dribble in a bad position, but gets it away to Finn Scully. That's Ellie Ham in the corner. She'll go baseline, reverse layup, just out. Rebound to Wynford. Frombaugh gets it, hands it off to Sheldon. Left side 3, too strong. Nice box out and rebound by Finn Scully. Looking to go coast to coast and draws the foul on Sheldon. Great take there.
Foul is on Wynford's number 2, Caroline Sheldon. Finn Scully has 2 shots.
Finn Scully looking to get on the board for the first time today. Her team trailing 13-9.
And Upper still scoreless in this quarter. Not a great attempt.
A little bit off there. Second attempt, much better. It's in. Her first point, it's 13-10. 5:30 left here in the half. Engler with some time. Gets it off to Kenna Caldwell, now back to Sheldon. Fox closely guarding her, not allowing her to drive. Nearly gave it away, but gets it over to Caldwell. Pass inside the Frombaugh, deflected out. That was a good double team defense inside the paint by Upper.
Lady Rams have been doing an excellent job. Anytime the entry pass is going down onto the block, they've got weak side help that's coming over. The double team has been on time, and Wynford, they have seldom been able to execute that pass.
Sheldon in the corner, step back, almost pulled a Harden there. Now she will release, and she'll hit. What impresses me even more, Brian, is her ball handling skills with a player in her face. That back dribble, step back, quick release, she has everything right now. And Jerry Vent's gonna call a timeout, so let's take a look at that. I mean, she can stop and pop at any time.
And she's always had that. I remember seeing her in the gym at Wynford girls games, then also for Colonel Crawford games where her dad coaches. And at halftime or before the game, she's only 5'2", I believe, so she's built low to the earth. She does a nice job of keeping her dribble low, but she's spent, I mean, thousands of hours in gyms throughout her career, which is just starting at the high school level. So not surprised in the least to see that she's got that shake and bake mentality, the confidence to get out there and then do it at a varsity game.
I want to say hello to everybody watching live and free this afternoon. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out, just like Jim Platt rooting on the Lady Rams.
What up, Jim? Oh. Almost a bad giveaway there just off of a simple inbound.
But thankfully, Grace Walton was one there. Recovered to get it. Open three for Morris. Left side rolls in. They needed that bucket. They got it from her. 16-13.
Upper Sandusky truly living and dying by the three ball here. Outside of the 4 trifectas they've knocked down. Offense, it's not looked great.
Engler's layup attempt off the side of the backboard will give a chance for Upper to cut it to 1 or even tie. Flare screen out by Cundiff. She'll back it out. Looking for Walton. Grace drives in. Nice pass. Right side. Good recovery, though. Another three for Morris. That one off. And unable to get the rebound was Ham.
You know, what credit you have to give to Wynford's staff for coming up with a game plan to kind of shut down Grace Walton so far. Still scoreless in the contest.
She's only had, what, 1 or 2 shots as well.
And help is coming. It's on the way every single time she elects to try to dribble either near the corner or carve her way through down the lane. Has not had many great opportunities so far here early in this contest.
Fromba with a nice seal. However, even better help defense by Upper Sandusky. And it's going to be a turnover.
Nice break here for Upper Sandusky, working hard, and I think that's where they've been at their best defensively, as I mentioned. Anytime the ball's going in the lane right now, especially with entry passes, they're giving up just a little bit of size in there, but they've got some veterans that have played a lot of minutes at the varsity level over the last couple of seasons, collapsing and making it tough on the freshmen and some of her buddies when they're getting the ball in the painted area.
Speaking of buddies, Grace Walton thanking her buddies right now for, despite her not scoring, it's only a 3-point game because of help from her friends. That shot, though, won't go, but an offensive board.
And Upper Sandusky, they're getting some clean looks. No hand in their face on the perimeter. You got to keep taking these shots. It's what's keeping you in the game.
Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Upper. Cundiff with 6, Hart with 3, Morris with 3, Finn Scully with 1. 4 threes already from each side this afternoon.
And that's the evolution of high school basketball, just basketball globally. 3-and-D, if you're not able to knock down a 3-point shot, some systems, there's just not a place for you on the floor.
Well, you and I were doing that way before it was popular, though, back in the early 2000s, just pulling up from 3. For me, it was the only thing I could do. For you, a little bit more. You could drive.
I did not shoot very many threes back in the day.
Oh, I take that back then. Long rebound out to Wynford, but they get it stolen away. Cundiff, nice pass, layup, good.
All right.
Bailey Fox with the lay-in, timeout. Amy Taylor Sheldon, it's back to a 1-point game as we take a look at the replay. That's a beautiful pass inside, and that was just a lapse by Wynford. That turnover really put Wynford out of sorts defensively. Upper Sandusky able to take advantage.
Yeah, that was 2 things. Drawing the defense to you, the second defender comes over with the help, and then Fox doing an excellent job of just finding the free space. Just so happened that it was point-blank range. She was able to finish it off. And now Upper starting to get a little bit of momentum going. A little flat to start out the second quarter. And now they've made it just a 7-6 quarter. They're back within 1.
So overall this year, the Northern 10, top 3 teams
Unbeaten.
12-0 combined going into today. 13-0 considering Crawford's victory at Buckeye Central. So we got some contenders this year. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. Nonetheless, it stays with Wynford. Sheldon into the corner. 3 in the air. Good look, but we're going to get a foul on the release. Take a look at the replay. Just too much of a closeout. Bailey Fox went into the shooter before she landed, and that's going to be 3 free throws for Wynford and Kenna Caldwell. Can't hit the first. And that's just a tough situation there, Brian. You got the miss. You would have had the rebound, but just a tough foul, boxing out a little too early.
And a little quick jump into the lane there for Bryn Cundiff.
I think she thought that was only a 2-shot foul. It's 3. Bucket went in, so there's no violation.
Just staying prepared all the time. If you stay ready, you don't got to get there at any point.
In and out on the third, went 1 for 3. 17-15. Cundiff backs it out, gets it to Morris. 2:12 left in the half. 2-point Wynford lead. Another flare screen for Cundiff, but she won't pull the trigger. Looking for Walton, instead gets it over to Morris. Morris is going to try a one-handed shot, and it goes! Don't matter how you shoot it, just that it goes in. Morris with 2 threes, Upper leads.
Oh, Sheldon tried to come with the instant gratification. Anything you can do, I can do the same. Missed it, and now Walton with a chance to increase the lead.
Morris, once again, gets it inside to Ham. Ham backs it out, gives it to Walton in the corner. Quick release, 3 off the back iron, but an offensive board.
Boy, the 3-party, everyone's invited here on both sides.
Nice Henry pass, great play by the Lady Rams. They lead by 3. Ellie Ham with her first points. That's 6 Lady Rams in the scoring column so far.
Looking a little bit more cohesive as a unit now, too, offensively. First couple of minutes here in the second quarter, as I mentioned, a little flat. First quarter, a little sloppy, but now looks like Upper Sandusky starting to seize control of the game a little bit.
They're playing like a team that went to the district championship last year. Grace Walton's going to slow things down. And the way they're holding it, we may see the final shot come from the Lady Rams unless they get a good look for a layup. 20-17. Great steal, though, by Engler. Into the lane, layup good.
And that's a problem that you can have sometimes. You see it in football, going in the prevent defense, and then just trying to hold for the last shot here of the quarter. It gets you out of rhythm a little bit. It's something that you're probably not practicing a ton of, dribbling the ball up top for 40 straight seconds. And it costs them.
Engler went for the steal again, but was called for the foul with 14.4 left. That was a big bucket for Wynford, too. Upper Sandusky was on an 8-0 run before that lay-in. Walton has it with 12. Looking for a screen instead, will take it herself. Looking back door, out to Finscully, 3 seconds. 2, and we're going to get another foul with 1.3.
Neither team in danger of putting the other on the line in the bonus. Just the 3rd team foul here against the Lady Royals.
Honestly, that's a good foul for Wynford because Upper Sandusky is going to get maybe 2 dribbles and a shot out of this. Walton from deep, short, and that's how the first half is going to end. We've had a good one so far. Upper Sandusky with a late run takes the 20-19 advantage. When we come back, the First Federal Community Bank halftime report right here, live and free.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
This afternoon's Girls Northern 10 contest brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors, Wilson Tire Company. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire Company is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And Bo Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. Thank you all for allowing us to bring you these games live and free right here on the OH Report. When we come back, the First Federal Community Bank Halftime Report.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
We welcome you back inside the First Federal Community Bank halftime report, where your score at the break 20-19 in favor of the Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skowronski and Ski. Big run by Upper Sandusky at the end of the half. Gets them out in front. It seems like they've settled in.
Yeah, there's no question. There wasn't a whole lot of fluidity to their offense early on. But midway through that second quarter, Grace Walton, being more of a facilitator and a distributor, she was able to open up a couple of things for some teammates. And that perimeter, it's been very friendly so far to Upper Sandusky. Almost all of their points belonging to the long-range shots, as you'll see here.
As we take a look at the stats, 9 combined threes in that first half, but that's what you're going to expect from some high-flying players out there. 2 threes for Wynford, 3 twos from Wynford, 4 threes, only 9 rebounds. Upper Sandusky using their height advantage to their advantage, 16-9 rebounding, only 6 turnovers for Wynford, 7 for Upper Sandusky. After that first quarter, the turnovers kind of settled down as well. 4 fouls to 5. Royals 4 of 6 from the line. Upper Sandusky 1 of 2, so that's pretty good as well. But the key was the run for Upper Sandusky late. You got a big 3 from Hope Morris, as well as a 3 from Bryn Cundiff. Both of them 2 threes out here, and that's the balance I was talking about before. Once the game started, you only had Grace Walton in there making buckets for you the first 3 out of 4 games. You needed to find somebody else that could score, a couple players that could score to really help her out. And, well, Morris, Hart, and Cundiff have done that, as Walton once again held scoreless. This is the only This is only the second half this season so far in 5 games that she's been shut out. The first one against a really good Shelby squad, but this time her teammates have helped her out.
No Addie Newman today again for Upper Sandusky, the second leading scorer on the team, almost 8 points per contest, complimenting Grace, who puts up 17. They've got 4 players that average between 3 and 4 points per game: Finscoli, Ham, Hart, and Cundiff. They're going to need to continue to get a little bit more out of those complementary pieces, especially with Addie over on the sideline. And with Grace held scoreless, the fact that they are on top, even though it's just by the slimmest of margins right now with 2 quarters in the books, I think if you're head coach Jerry Vent, you got to be somewhat pleased with what you saw there in the first half. Certainly defensively, I thought they did an excellent job executing the game plan, not allowing things to run through the paint. Continue that. What type of adjustments are going to be made? We'll see. One of the best in the business, Amy Taylor Sheldon, over on the other side. She's been doing it for a long time. And for her, coming in undefeated, looking to go 2-0 in conference play. This is a huge game for them, Travis, because, of course, Amy has never won a Northern 10 championship, one of only a couple of schools, along with Mohawk, that have yet to take one of those crowns home. Upper Sandusky did it a few years ago, back in 16-17. They were runners-up a season ago, and I think Wynford's been the best surprise so far in the early going in the conference. Upper, we knew they were going to be good, so I think maybe equally for each unit. You can't drop this one in either side. That's got to be the mindset coming out here in half number 2.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the way that Colonel Crawford to start out, as well as Carey. Some individual scoring before we start quarter number 3. First for Wynford, 8 points from Whitmire, all in the first quarter. Sheldon with 6, 4 points from Engler and Caldwell. As for Upper Sandusky, 6 each from Cundiff and Morris, 3 from Hart, 2 from Fox and Ham, and 1 from Finscoli. As the Lady Rams and Ham make it 4 points for her, make it 22-19. This game was 9-9 after one, 11-10 Upper in the second quarter, making it 20-19, now 22-19.
And an excellent sign for them, getting Ellie Ham loose, knocking down the mid-range jumper, now coming away with the TO.
That's going to be back court, yeah. Now, taking a look at the replay, she did get bumped, but you saw the ball bounce off her foot in the front court. Then she picked up picked it up in the back, so back-to-back turnovers. Wynford will get its second possession of quarter number 3.
Yeah, I think Grace probably made the right move. You don't want to allow Wynford to come in there. You know it just went off of your foot. Just sell it like it wasn't a big deal. Referee all over it, though.
Nearly another turnover, and it is. So some sloppy play here to start quarter number 3. That's the second consecutive possession that Wynford tried that entry pass and was too short.
Well, and I've been giving a lot of credit today to Upper Sandusky for their defensive effort on those exact entry passes. They've been dynamite. Nothing's really getting by them down there. So for the Lady Royals, again, what type of adjustment do you make? Do you have to make a couple of extra dribbles? Do you have to throw in some hook passes? Right now, it's been tough sledding, and I think you got to give more of the credit to Upper being good than Wynford just playing sloppy offense.
And that's despite losing 2 of your biggest post players in Isles and Stowers from a year ago due to graduation. The rare 3-second violation called against Upper Sandusky. But that was a question coming into the season. You lose 2 of your biggest players inside the paint. How are they going to react to that? Well, today it's looking like the same old Upper Sandusky team that we saw last year.
Top 2 scorers and rebounders from a season ago. So huge losses, and it's going to take a village to fill those gaps, and so far so good here for Upper.
Ooh. Last second, Ham went for the ball fake, was up in the air. That's a walk, and the 10th turnover on Upper Sandusky. Stays at 22-19 here. Upper started off the quarter with an Ellie Ham lay-in. Since then, nothing doing for both sides. Sheldon gets it into the corner to Morris, or to Whitmire, correction. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Royals.
Nice on ball pressure. Anytime it's going over on the boundaries, Upper Sandusky not necessarily throwing traps at them, but making it tough, pinning them down in those corners to make the decision-making for the Lady Royals a challenge. As that was right there, just trying to get the ball back into the field of play.
Yeah, it seemed like it was only Sheldon that was really moving around trying to get the ball. Don't know if it was a planned play or not. She was hoping that time, but instead they go to the corner for 3, and it worked. Whitmire with her second 3. She's in the double digits. We're tied at 22.
Yeah, she's kind of a key for them offensively to unlock a few things, and especially knocking down the outside shot. What a weapon that can be to open up the lane and some of those passing lanes for Wynford. Big shot right there on that last possession for the Lady Royals.
Morris hands it to Walton. She'll try a 3. Right back at you. Grace Walton finally on the board. 6-3 by Upper Sandusky. They lead by 3, 25-22.
And Grace not affected by the fact that she had a goose egg in the first half. Shoot or shoot. That's exactly what Grace Walton is, with the best shooting percentage in all of the Northern 10 heading into today's matchup.
Sheldon thought about taking a 3. Instead, she'll back it out. They'll reset the offense with 5 minutes left in the third. That's into Frombaugh, lays it in. Surprisingly, Brian, that's her first points of the day.
Not really surprised the way that Upper Sandusky's been defending her. It's been a challenge every single time she's touched the ball, and look again, double down. Rams throw a couple bodies at her, but this time the freshman able to elevate and go over the top of the defense.
I'm guessing it's kind of surprising to me because she's pushed her weight around inside, but I guess it's more on the defensive glass where she's been getting some big rebounds for Wynford, but now on the board. Morris, top of the key. She has Cundiff wide open on the left side, hands it to Walton. Now it is the Cundiff. She'll try the 3. Just off, but an offensive board.
Lady Rams, they've done a nice, solid job so far this afternoon of creating extra possessions. They don't have a lot of putbacks, certainly no easy shots, but creating more offense. Picks up a foul here on Wynford. First on either unit here to open up the third.
Kenna Caldwell called for her first. Only player with 2 fouls, Grace Walton. Cundiff again. Was trying to get the Hope Morris, but overthrows her. It's another turnover. The 11th on Upper Sandusky here today.
And it looks like Coach Vent's going to immediately go to his bench. Finn Scully checking in now. Walton going to take a quick seat. Can't imagine she'll get much of a breather here.
That was the third time Upper Sandusky had the right play, but just was unable to execute it. Should take a look at Meredith Engler. 4 points in the first half. Gets a bit of a screen from Sheldon, gets it out to her. Now to Whitmire. Working it around at top of the key as it gets back to Sheldon. She gets the screen, looking for the pick and roll, not there. Westrick gets it back to Engler. 3:53 left third quarter, 1 point Upper lead. Sheldon doesn't use the screen that time, steps back for three. Oh my goodness, and a foul.
Ooh.
Counted and one.
It's a special type of talent right here, and you can tell unafraid of the moment no matter where it is on the floor. Second three we've seen so far from Sheldon. And the second foul picked up now for Ellie Ham.
So learning here today also, Sheldon does not need much room against a defender to get a good shot up. The shot that was after she landed, so it won't be a fourth point attempt there, but they do get the ball back. Chance for a 6-point play, make it a 5-point possession, won't go. Finally taken out by Upper, and we'll get a foul on Wynford.
Looked like a pretty uncomfortable position the way there that Brooke Frombaugh fell on the floor. Got some pretty nice dexterity going on in those lower limbs. As we'll get a couple of substitutions, two fresh bodies checking in here for the Lady Royals.
Caldwell and Ridge checks in. Wynford 5 scores on the book today, 7 for Upper Sandusky. Back to that three-quarter court press. Great pass inside the Cundiff to break it. Now to Walton. Finally got onto the board here moments ago. Fox into the lane, too strong, offensive board.
Upper is clean in the glass inside offensively. Can't do anything with it here. Rough giveaway right there from Madison Hart. Just wasn't able to keep her feet.
Yeah, established the pivot foot, then picked it up. Should take a look at the Upper Sandusky student section. They're going to be busy today as the boys head to Ontario tonight. Tough loss for Upper. They had a shot at the win last night at Crawford. Couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, nice comeback for them. Just crumbled a little bit down the stretch.
Great double team by the Lady Rams, forcing the turnover and the easy run out, but an offensive foul. Take a look at the Avita replay here, Brian.
And yeah, you know, that's two things right there. It looks like obviously a physical play by Bailey Fox out on the run, and then also Caroline, a little bit undersized, really sold it. We heard that her younger sister very much into drama club and plays and stuff. Maybe she's picked up a little something, worked out there as she helps draw a second foul against Upper here in this frame.
Also the hustle by her created that offensive foul as well. She didn't give up on the play. And sometimes being undersized, it helps you out because you get thrown around, they'll call the foul. 3 in the air, in and out. Rebound and another foul. That'll be Caldwell's second foul, the team's third of the quarter, so we may be seeing the new rule come into effect. That is every quarter you get the 5 fouls, we'll get 2 free throws. There's no more 1-and-1s, no more 7 and 10 fouls per half. It's 5 fouls per quarter. We'll get you into the bonus of 2 shots. NBA rules, other than the under 2 minutes, you get 2 fouls and you go to the line that way.
Which another story for another day, but
Yeah.
I really am upset that they got rid of the 1-and-1.
It changes the complexion of the game.
it really holds you accountable as a free throw shooter if you have to earn that second one. So to take that out of high school sports, the drama associated with that down the stretch, again, I need a little bit more time to really unpeel this onion, but I think it truly is a shame the OHSCA went that route.
I'll have to discuss with Joe Baylog a little bit more about that, his thoughts on the rule. Sheldon with it, up 2. Left side, Engler for 3. Actually, it was Caldwell for 3, but she misses.
Yeah, Wynford's really cooled off from long range here as Upper tries to get the leak out, and they'll have a couple of free throws. Nice take going end to end this time for Finn Scully.
Yeah, she had the open look, took it all the way, and it's going to be the second foul on Frombaugh.
Finn Scully is at the line for.
And Finn Scully right now averaging just a shade before or below 4 points per contest. I think she's one of those players that she's kind of got the total package. Just a matter of getting a few more looks offensively, but you got to take them too. I love what she did there. Took matters into her own hands, got the rebound, raced out the other way, looking to score.
Yeah, and despite the 2-2 record, Upper Sandusky, those are 2 losses to 2 very good teams. It wasn't like they were bad losses for them. As she misses both, and Wynford will get the rebound. It's a team still maybe trying to find a little bit of their identity, losing 2 of their top players on the squad, but at least in this game they're showing they can get back at it, but back at it from beyond the arc. Whitmire hits her 3rd 3, and it's now a 5-point Wynford lead.
Well, when I said that Wynford was cooling off from downtown, I didn't mean this young lady. She has been stroking with confidence basically all afternoon here, and it shows right there on that last trifecta.
14 points for her.
And a discussion, and the referees change the call here, Travis, and they award the Lady Royals with possession.
So a turnover on Upper Sandusky. That's their 14th. Sheldon looking to get it in. She does to Engler. Trapped, deflected back, but it was deflected off of Upper Sandusky, so she'll be able to maintain possession. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Sheldon. Lady Rams back in that man-to-man. Into the lane, tough shot. Rebound out to Upper Sandusky. That was just a bad look there. And on the other end, Frombaugh with her 2nd block. Back come the Lady Royals. Over to Sheldon. Was expecting her to pull up from there. Instead, she'll take it to the hole and score.
And Travis, I know eventually she's going to get there, but I need to see way more of what we just saw from Caroline Sheldon. She's the best ball handler on the floor here. I think even better than Grace Walton. Just take it at them. She's been doing a little bit too much side to side and then giving it off, as a 10-second violation is called here against Upper Sandusky. But she can do this against just about anybody, I think, right now.
And you know what opens that up, Brian? Her ability to hit it from where the yes is. Because you have to play right up on her. And if she can get past you, there's no help, she'll hit that bucket.
And the quick trigger, that Steph Curry effect, it is real. It's what all the kids are trying to emulate, all the best guards here in today's basketball.
10 seconds left in the 3rd. Wynford looking to add on before the end of the quarter. Into the lane, forces it up, nearly got it to go, but we'll have free throws with 4.4 left.
And Wynford has really dominated the second half here of this 3rd quarter. 13-5 cushion for them in the frame, and trying to add to it right here.
And it was in the last half of this quarter as well, after Upper Sandusky seemed to get some momentum back. Whitmire hits her 15th point.
And she's definitely the early front runner right now for Quest Federal Credit Union Most Valuable Player. Trying to hand Upper their first loss of the season here at home.
Unable to hit the 2nd. And it will go to Upper Sandusky.
2.5 seconds here.
Got to get in the hands of Walton moving downhill.
Yeah, no question. Can you set her up with the screen, get her going the other direction when she catches the basketball?
That's what they're trying. She does. No call. Before we go to break, I want you to take a look at this, Brian, because Is that good defense? I think it was. I don't know if there was a hand in there or not, but nonetheless, Wynford with its largest lead of the day, 33-25. We'll take a break and be back with Money Time. Live and free.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
Hit him with it, Brian.
It's money time here at this matinee event on top of the mountaintop here at Upper Sandusky, where the Lady Rams in danger of getting an L here at home for the first time all season.
Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skowronski. Wynford with possession and the lead. Sheldon gets it cross court. That was a dangerous pass, but she was able to complete it. Angler now tries driving. 8-point Lady Royal lead. Can't extend on it, though. It'll stay with Upper Sandusky as we're just underway. 14-5 Wynford in that third quarter to take the 33-25 lead. What did you like out of the Lady Royals in that third quarter, Brian?
Well, definitely the fight and then the ability to create open looks. Obviously, Sheldon did an excellent job of handling the offense and setting up some shooters. And then you got to credit him for knocking him down. Whitmire's been fantastic. She's kind of, I don't want to say exploded out of nowhere, but some of the video that I watched coming into today, it was more about the freshmen and what they've been able to do, so she's been fantastic.
Lady Rams looking to get back on the board for the first time since the midway point of quarter three. Walton gets it over to Finscali.
And how can you not credit them for the defensive effort that they've put on Grace Walton, bottling her up, averaging 17.5, 25.5 here at home. She's got 3.
Ellie Ham called for the player control foul. That's her 4th. She had 2 fouls in the third, 1 here in the 4th, after only 1 foul in the first half. Sheldon from ball, posted up, but they can't get it to her. Angler bumped. That'll be Finscali's 2nd foul. And quickly 2 fouls against Upper Sandusky here in the 4th quarter.
And both Meredith and Caroline, 2 kind of old school names, and they've got great new school ball handling. Love seeing what both of these girls can do. You don't see a ton of ladies at this level that are going between their legs, around the back, and doing it with confidence with a couple of defenders in their face. So these 2 youngsters, boy, is the future bright for Wynford and what Amy Taylor Sheldon's been able to put together with this ginormously talented freshman class.
3 airballed rebound back out to the Lady Royals.
Can you believe that 8 of the 12 players on the roster are freshmen at the varsity level?
Well, in talking to Coach Amy Taylor Sheldon's husband, saying that this middle school squad, when they were in middle school, undefeated. This team knows how to win. They know how to compete. And when you have such a big core group that's played together for so long, they're off to an undefeated start right here, looking like they're going to keep it undefeated. But look 1-2 years down the line how good this team could possibly be. And especially even this year, the way they started. Zoe Whitmire, the senior, she started to show up, especially in this game. Hey, all these freshmen can do is get better, right, Brian?
That's the expectation, and especially at the high school ranks when you're a little bit undersized. I mean, your body, gosh, you're still developing. When you're 14, 15, you've got such a long way to go in terms of becoming a true specimen and the athlete that you're going to become when it's all said and done. So, like I was saying, I mean, you look at a couple of years down the line, but they're trying to say, hey, baby, we've arrived now. Did you notice the record? Unblemished.
And just think in 2 years, there's another Sheldon that's going to be coming up.
Right. Scary. The N10 is on notice. What a matchup it's going to be, Wynford versus Colonel Crawford girls this year.
Nice backdoor cut, and finally counted and won.
And this is what's been missing from Upper Sandusky here of late, just a little bit of enthusiasm. Excellent skip pass there. Morris, the diagonal, wide open, bucket, harm, looking for a three-point play. And maybe this will be something that sparks them here with 5:24 to go, trying to perform in front of their home fans, as it's just 2-0 right now in this fourth quarter.
Frombaugh called with her third, and Coach Amy Taylor Sheldon is going to call a timeout here. Upper Sandusky with a chance to cut this back to 5 points. Now, I think a little bit of a joke was missed in there. I said Amy Taylor Sheldon's husband, also known as David Sheldon, one of the better boys coaches around here. He's in his Wynford blue up here at the top of the section up here with Wynford. Always at his wife's games when they're not playing. Well, they don't play at the same time. There's Coach David Sheldon patiently sitting back here.
And what I thought was cool earlier is that we went over to bother him for a minute during the JV game, and he's got the OH report on, checking in on his Colonel Crawford ladies on the road at Buckeye Central. Huge win for them, getting to 6-0, knocking off the 3-time defending N10 champions.
Yeah, and people, they're saying that Buckeye Central going to be really down this year. They put up a fight in their game so far against Wynford. They had it close for 3 quarters before Wynford pulled away, and then today also they had it close with about a minute to go before free throws clinched it for Colonel Crawford. So I don't think Buckeye Central is going to be as down as some people are going to think. I think they'll be competitive throughout the conference season. I don't know if they're going to get a lot of wins, but they're going to be more competitive than some people think.
Fourth quarter is where legends are made and wins and losses are created. So Buckeye Central is going to have to figure out that portion of the contest as what's going to be a very challenging N10 schedule rolls along. It's going to be very top-heavy this year. I think there's going to be about a handful of teams all fighting, jockeying for position.
And even a one-loss Mohawk squad in conference, they lost in overtime to undefeated Cary. So you have 4 or 5 teams that are going to be competing. Great take down the lane, nearly an and one to answer, but Meredith Engler will go to the line for 2.
I mean, this young lady, she can score, man, 11 points per game. Normally does a lot of her best work from beyond the arc, 43% from downtown.
And Engler only a sophomore.
Yeah, there's only one senior on this roster. Yeah. Is that correct?
There are 2 seniors on the roster, Whitmire, who started, and also Kenna Caldwell, who started tonight. So they start 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 seniors. Engler with her 5th point. It's 34-28, so we come up on 5 minutes left in the game.
This typically has been Grace Walton time. Has been kind of buried tonight. Not a lot of opportunities for Grace outside of, she's got about a handful of assists. Can she get going and find her own shot, something that she's been able to do so far at home in the early going of the season?
Walton into the corner. Thought about the 3. And again, right idea, just not executed.
Substitution for Upper Sandusky. Ben Scully comes back in, replacing Morris.
Yeah, you see Jerry Vent obviously going immediately to his bench. And that's what you miss right now with Addie Newman over in street clothes, is a second girl that's got the ability to create her own shot, distribute, and just make something happen without someone else setting it up.
Coach Sheldon, seeing that they were nearing the 10-second number, calls the timeout. 34-28 here. Almost at the midway point of quarter number 4. Once again, want to say hello to everybody watching. Sandy Ham, let's go Lady Rams. Got to think she's rooting on Ellie. Want to thank all for watching. About 80 people right now on a Saturday afternoon. I know we're competing with the Army-Navy game right now.
What a fun one that is, too.
That's college football at its finest right there.
They deserve their own day for just them to be on the college football national stage.
I think one of the coolest traditions, though, is how both schools exchange five students kind of quote-unquote captive for a semester, and then they exchange them back like a prisoner exchange right before the beginning of the game.
It's almost like wife swap, except for a little bit longer. You ever watch that show back in the day? I think it was on TLC.
No, I didn't watch. The only reality show I watched was like, well, back, this is going to show my age, like Real World, Road Rules, MTV back in the 90s. That and Survivor. I mean, how can't you love the first 15 seasons of Survivor?
Well, I think it's the GOAT. Probably the best reality show of all time. Real World, I think it's the first one, though, right?
Yep.
Didn't they start the whole thing?
Yeah. 10 people living in a house together. 10 strangers, that was it.
I believe it's 7 strangers.
7 strangers, 10 strangers. What? It might be 10 now. Who knows?
I can't remember the last time I tuned into MTV.
Well, when they stopped showing TRL.
Oh, that's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson's been on the Today Show for a grip.
Mm-hmm. They do every once in a while show music videos at like 3 in the morning, though. That's the only time, it seems like.
What memories? I used to call into TRL all the time.
Really?
Coming home from school. Oh, during middle school?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We'd race home to be able to get in our vote. They must have had – how many people do you think they had on the phone banks there to be able to take all those phone calls? It wasn't easy. Like right now, you just throw up a Facebook, who do you think's the best video of the day? Simple Dimple. Back then, you had to call and talk to somebody and let them know, I want to see this artist, this music video, and then they'd write it down.
TRL was the American Bandstand of our time. Agree or disagree?
I'm not real familiar. I know what American
Dick Clark,
Bandstand is.
it was pretty much like
was that also
top
a call-in
songs. They had
vote show?
had bands and things. Well, it wasn't a call and vote, but they had like the chart top 10 songs, and then they had bands play, and it was a dance thing. Dick Clark hosted it. Wynford gets the rebound there.
Yeah, holding Upper Sandusky to a one-and-done offense at a minimum so far in this quarter.
And
4
Coach
points.
Sheldon, this is the 3rd consecutive possession that the coach has had to call a timeout because of pressure. Both teams picking up the heat here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the energy and effort, it's definitely there on the defensive side. And offensively, the press breakers just aren't formulating the way that both head coaches feel like they should.
So just over 4 minutes left. Score remains 34-28. Game's still in reach, though, for Upper Sandusky. Their 3-point ability, a couple shots puts them right back into this.
This is anybody's game still. That's why I think this was probably a very wise timeout by Coach Taylor Sheldon to maintain possession. Because if you can come down here and you can get a 2 or a 3 and extend it close to double figures, the way that Upper's been shooting the ball as of late, put yourself in a great, great position to try to close it out, move to 5-0 on the campaign. And how about the freshman barking out the order? Can you tell that's a coach's kid out there?
Absolutely.
My gosh.
She's been around it for so long that it's just natural now.
Wonder if she's got the same octave that Dave Sheldon gets to.
I don't think anybody does.
That's such an amazing ability.
I don't think anyone does. Maybe his younger daughter, who is in drama and singing, sang at the state tournament for basketball.
Yeah, I'd like to do a sports science on Coach Sheldon.
And how he's able to have a voice the day after.
8th wonder of the world. right here in North Central Ohio.
That and the towel.
Well, that's very explainable. The man perspirates with the best of them.
Sheldon gets the double team, gets it away. Wynford kind of playing keep away now with 3:26 left.
Yeah, everybody out on the perimeter right now, basically going with that old Carolina 4 corners. And this is what it'll open up.
Wow.
Driving lanes all over the place.
Whitmire once again scores. She's got 17. It's 36-28. And a turnover, nearly. But that will be a turnover. Walk. So we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, suck the defense out. You got to get a little bit desperate if you're Upper Sandusky, searching for turnovers or at least try to speed up the pace of play. And instead, leads to the lane wide open. Whitmire more than happy to go driving down it.
That'll be a foul on Upper. That'll be the third on Walton. Fourth foul against Upper Sandusky, so the next non-player control foul will put Wynford at the line for 2. And this is exactly where that 2-shot foul comes into play. You're down 8 points, but the next foul doesn't get a 1-and-1, doesn't get you a chance of maybe no points and done, but 2 chances to extend on the lead. Nice pass ahead to Frombaugh. Looked for more, but turned over.
Excellent job of reading at that time by Finskole to come away with the theft. Got to get a bucket here if you're Upper Sandusky.
Have to be near perfect offensively the rest of the way. 3 in the air for Morris. Just off. Rebound still bouncing around, taken by Upper. Morris again inside. Now the Ham. Pull-up jumper's good.
Crucial make right there from Ham. Makes it just a 2-possession game. Keep playing defense the way you have been if you're Upper Sandusky.
There's the steal.
And good things are going to happen.
Walton. Plenty of time now, especially if Upper can score here. Has a teammate open in the corner. Fox for 3.
And I think we're going to get a foul. Yeah, away from the basketball. I looked over and I noticed Hope Morris on her backside. Yeah, it looked like is that Sheldon trying to fight through a screen.
Yeah, though they got tangled up. And that's good, too, because the 3-pointer was off the line as that foul was committed. So a bit of a break for Jerry Vent's squad here. 1:58 left, 6-point lead for Wynford. Walton. Gets it left side. Back out to her. Thought about the 3, but instead will give it up. Morris. Throws it away. Open lane, layup. No good, but an offensive board.
Boy, huge break there for Wynford to come away with that one. And if you're Upper, maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in that you could not secure that.
And Walton gets the jump ball, but it'll stay with Wynford. She had the wide open lane, but just got a little bit too far underneath the hoop. So a break for Upper, but a bigger break for Wynford with the offensive board. 84 seconds remain in this one, at least regulation, with Wynford leading by 6. Sheldon gets the inbounds. Gets it over to Whitmire, leading scorer today on both sides. And another jump ball, and it will be a turnover.
Great defense that time by Morris coming over.
Absolutely, keeps the door open for Upper Sandusky with 1:17 left. Be a great time for Grace Walton to get her second 3 of the game.
And I want to see her look for her shot. Grace has been very passive tonight.
Yeah, I agree. She'll pass it left side. Cross court, Morris. Had Walton for a second, on the screen, going back the other way, instead guarded. Under a minute to play. Into the lane, looking to kick it back out. Nearly a 3-second call, but instead it's thrown away. And David Sheldon loving the defense. He's up on his feet up here.
Madison Hart in no man's land there. Picked up her bounce. Just trying to rush it out to the perimeter. And it really is a costly turnover at this juncture in the game for the Lady Rams.
Gets the inbounds. Nearly thrown away, but Whitmire is there on the overthrow. Gets it over to Sheldon. Sheldon could have taken that three, but smartly throws it back, and that's an intentional foul. You have to go for a play on the ball, but that was a shove to the chest, and it's going to be 2 fouls, no, 2 free throws in the ball. Yikes. And another shove, too.
I think there's a lot of pent-up frustration from Grace Walton here. I mean, we saw a couple of possessions ago. She just couldn't catch the ball. It led to a turnover and almost a leak out for an easy layup for Wynford.
And actually, that was Finn Scully that had the shove and the double shove. So it sends Engler to the line for 2 and Wynford with the ball. First free throw good.
And I think this will all but cement an undefeated start here for Wynford.
And here's the replay again. Watch 13.
Okay,
and
yeah, I thought it was Grace initially. Oh, geez.
A little bit of frustration. 3 possession game for Wynford. They'll get the ball as well. 37 seconds left. Gets it into Sheldon. And Sheldon will get fouled by Walton. She'll go to the line for 2. 4th foul against Grace. So now we'll get to see the freshman in a pressure situation here with the lead, trying to extend.
She doesn't strike me as the type that buys into a whole lot of pressure, and I don't know that this really is one of those situations. I mean, Upper Sandusky's got 5 points this quarter. They're down by 7.
Missed them both. Oh, but Frombaugh with a big rebound. Engler, top of the key, gets it away to Whitmire. 20 seconds left. Engler over to Sheldon. Inside, smart play by Caldwell just to back it out.
I probably would have taken the deuce.
5 seconds, and Wynford's going to stay unbeaten and move to 2-0 in the conference. They knock off the defending district champs in Division III, 37-30. Big win for the Lady Royals as they move to 5-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP inside the First Federal Community Bank post-game show.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
This afternoon's girls basketball contest brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Wilson Tire Company. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire Company is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free this afternoon.
We return with our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, Zoe Whitmire, joining me now, the senior from Wynford. Victorious today, and you continue to be undefeated so far on the season with all these young players on the roster. How good does it feel to come out and be 5-0 to start the campaign?
It's definitely interesting at practices with them. I mean, they're new to almost everything, but it's a good group of freshmen, and I'm very proud of their performances today.
Yeah, these freshmen, they only lost a couple of games in middle school, so I was just talking to your coach. They said they had the mentality coming out that they don't know what losing really means. So how have they carried that over into the high school ranks and kind of helped you in the senior class develop a little bit of that culture?
the freshmen are very competitive and they do not like to lose, so that definitely helps.
As a leader, how much falls on your shoulders to help them understand what it means to be a high school player, though, and get through, the week to week and the grind that is a high school basketball season?
I mean, you definitely have to boss them around a little bit. I mean, you can't be mean to them, but you definitely have to tell them what to do and tell them if they're messing around to get their act together. So.
Well, you had your act together offensively here this afternoon, 17 points, a game high. Tell me what you were seeing out there and just how comfortable you felt offensively today.
Well, I'm coming off of a very good game last week, so I'm very confident out there today. So.
And as we head into the holiday season, what do you look forward to most about this time of year when the magic's in the air, we're all feeling a little bit joyous? What do you like most about kind of the Christmas season as a whole?
We as a team get together and do a little white elephant thing at Coach's house, and it's very exciting.
Any crazy gifts that you've gotten the past couple of seasons?
There's always something out there, but not me personally.
All right, Zoe, congratulations on a huge performance here this afternoon. Are there any shout-outs that you would like to give? Now's your time.
I mean, my parents that come and watch every game, and that's about it.
Always good to thank the parents. All right, Zoe Whitmire, your Quest Federal Credit Union MVP. Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
Back here in the First Federal Community Bank post-game show where the Lady Royals of Wynford come in, climb the mountaintop, and take out the Lady Rams 37-30 to move to 5-0 and 2-0 in the conference. Travis Berardi back here with Brian Skowronski as we wrap things up. And Brian, it was just, I was very impressed at this squad from Wynford.
And as much as you got to really love what you saw from the Lady Royals here on the road, going to 5-0 on the season, this is not the same Upper Sandusky team that I enjoyed watching their first two home games of the season, where obviously they had their junior standout Grace Walton really cooking with the gas. Offensively, she was looking for her shot, which she did not do a ton of here tonight, so I think obviously you got to credit Wynford for that as well, what they were able to bring to the table in the equation defensively to try to handle Upper Sandusky, holding them to just 30 points. So as much as I'm impressed with the Lady Royals, also felt like Upper definitely did not bring their A game. Maybe this might have even been like their B- or C.
And let's take a look at the final statistics for this evening, brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. Both teams hit 6 threes, but the difference was in the free throw shooting and one more 2-point bucket by the Lady Royals. 6 twos, 6 threes, so a balanced attack by the Lady Royals, 19 rebounds, 13 turnovers, and they were 7 of 14 from the free throw line. So that's something they need to work on, is those free throws down the stretch. Lady Rams pretty much the same balance, 5 twos, 6 threes. They out-rebounded Wynford 27-19, but just could not get some big buckets to the fall late. They did have 19 turnovers as well. A couple of those, they were the right looks. They just could not get the connection on the back end. It ended up being turnovers. They were only 2 of 5 from the line. So again, Upper Sandusky unable to really get to the line and get some free throws going here this afternoon.
Yeah, they won the offensive glass. They really did a sharp job of creating extra possessions, but they came away empty-handed, I think, every time. I don't know that there was a second chance point for Upper Sandusky that they put on the board. So the turnovers, I think, ultimately is what ended up costing them the game here today. Pivotal ones in the fourth quarter. 2 come to mind off of my head where they were only down 5 points. Grace Walton couldn't catch a ball, and it leaks out, and it sends Wynford going the other way. And there was another crucial one in the closing minutes there where they got it to Madison Hart down on the block. Again, all they need is a couple of shots to go down, and they can't even get them up. So, you know, I don't want to throw too much dirt on Upper Sandusky. I just saw them play much more inspired the first couple of times that they were here at home. So for me to see them put on this kind of performance, I think they're going to be disappointed as well, only scoring 30 points. And that's kind of more with what we've seen with them on the road, only averaging 23.5 at home. It's been more than 50 per game. So credit Wynford, and for Upper, there's got to be some brighter offensive performances ahead.
Well, one bright spot for them, for Coach Vent's squad, is they had a little bit more balance here today. Taking a look at individual scoring, Hope Morris led the way for the Lady Rams, 9 points. They got 6 points from Ellie Ham, 6 points from Bryn Cundiff. Only 3 points from Grace Walton and Madison Hart, 2 points from Bailey Fox, and 1 point from Finn Scully. But you're now starting to see a little bit more balance. If they can start hitting those threes, that's going to help Grace Walton out when she gets her scoring as well. Individual scoring for Wynford, Zoe Whitmire led all scorers, 17 points. Caroline Sheldon, 8 points. Meredith Engler with 6. Kenna Caldwell with 4. Brooke Frombaugh with 2. Score by quarter was 9-9 after 1. 11-10 Wynford in the second for a 2019 lead at the break. Or Upper. 11-10 Upper in the second for the 2019 lead. Wynford then a 14-5 third quarter. That was the difference right there to lead at 33-25, and then Upper 5-4 in the fourth for your final score of 37-30. Lady Royals, both Lady Royals and Lady Rams will be in the non-conference on Tuesday. Wynford hosts Crestview at 7:30, and then the Lady Rams back here in a game you'll see live and free against Columbian at 7:30. Any final thoughts, Mr. Skowronski?
Well, Crestview really going through some struggles right now with some girls being out.
2 of their starters, yeah.
Kind of having a down season as well, so you would expect that Wynford's going to get to 6-0, and unbelievable with 8 of your 12 being freshmen to come out and have this type of start. It's a dream scenario, I think, for Amy Taylor Sheldon to have that culture of winning translate from middle school to the beginning of their careers. You see the bright stars for this group, and if you can get performances out of their seniors like we saw tonight, they're going to be a scary team to compete with, and I think both they, Colonel Crawford, and Carey are going to have a lot to say when the Northern 10 is all said and done. And on the flip side for Upper Sandusky, this is a devastating loss. 0-2 in the Northern 10.
Yeah, tough start for them.
You finish as runner-up a season ago. I know that you're replacing 3 starters, but I think they had higher expectations than what they've proven so far in the season. So it's got to be kind of a bounce-back type of week next week for Upper, and then maybe they're a squad that can utilize the Christmas break to its full potential and advantage. Sometimes you just need that mental reset, get away for a few days, enjoy some gifts, some family, all that type of stuff, some food, and then It re-energizes you. You get back on the grind and on the vibe. I can speak to that. Vacations for me and do that for my mental health. So maybe this is a team that'll need that.
Well, also, this is only the first time around that Wynford sees Colonel Crawford and Upper Sandusky. If they can get, like you said, things going during the Christmas break, they'll see these two teams again. They're in a bad spot right now, but they are not even close to being eliminated in the Northern 10 race because they see the teams that beat them one more time down the stretch. But you did say getting something to eat, so let's go get something to eat and get out of here, Brian.
Yeehaw.
So we want to thank our sponsors and everybody to help make things possible today. Brian Skowronski, double duty, pulling Mad Dog Zizzuto's spot today with camera and color commentator. So well done to you, sir. Wilson Tire Company and Chris Daris, Edward Jones, financial advisor, our scoreboard sponsors. Quest Federal Credit Union, our MVP sponsor. First Federal Community Bank, our pregame, halftime, postgame sponsor. Avita Home Health and Hospice, our instant replay sponsor. North Central State College, our timeout sponsor. And Lacey Construction, as well as Spherion Mid-Ohio, our commercial sponsors. I want to thank the fine folks here at Upper Sandusky High School, the athletic department, for allowing us to be here for every boys and girls home game this season, as well as the Ohio High School Athletic Association for allowing us to live stream these games to you live and free. But that'll do it. Wynford remains unbeaten. They knock off Upper Sandusky 37-30. For Brian Skowronski, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Upper.